Hi everyone, we are back. Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh. We are here for the preview for the new boys in the Premier League. Of course, Maresca is not a new boy, but yeah, I mean in the Premier League.
He's a new boy.
No, not yeah. Anyway, I also think he's a new. He was with Pep, but now that he's a full manager of a big club like Chelsea. Welcome everyone to Sports Jazz once again. Subscribe, turn on the notifications. It's Josh and Isaac. We are here for the preview. Liverpool versus Chelsea at Anfield, face to face. Call this a Royal Rumble. New managers in EPL this season, both performing so well. Anslot against Enzo Maresca. Anslot topping with 18 points, top of the table. Maresca coming in 4 points behind in the fourth position. And guys, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Josh, I can't wait. And I told you I would love to see Maresca exposing Liverpool, unfortunately, for all Liverpool fans. And I do remember you were you're a man. First of all, let me first say you're a concrete diehard Manchester United fan who also has a slight part of feeling, I don't know how to call it, for Liverpool. And it beats me.
No, no,
Don't
no,
bring the Dutchman.
you don't hang me out today. I mean, he's not one of those teams that I admire. Maybe you can say Chelsea. Chelsea is the team that I always want to do well because for the better part of um, Chelsea's resurgence
Yeah.
was a manager that I adore in Jose Mourinho. So Jose Mourinho gave me a bit of a liking for Chelsea at the time, and even when they had players like Gianfranco Zola and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Tom Andre Flo,
Jimmy
Dennis
Floyd.
Wise. It was always a team that was exciting. So for me in London, the team that I always had a soft spot for was Chelsea. And now that Chelsea has a manager that I like very much in Enzo Maresca, I mean, the slight liking for the club in London continues.
That is new. That is new to me right now that you're switching already. You're leaving the Dutchman naked to, to show
No, I
Enzo
do
Maresca.
appreciate that Dutchman's work, but no.
It's just funny. But anyhow, uh, you know what? Let's look at real quick. Excuse me, real quick. Let's look at the recent form of both clubs. The host Liverpool have won all their last five. Liverpool has won all their last five games, and Chelsea has won four with a draw last five games. Liverpool, of course. Sorry, forget about the EPL. You know what? Let's first forget about EPL. Let's go head to head. Last five games, Liverpool has won two with three draws, and Chelsea no win at all. 2024 EFL Cup, Liverpool beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 1-0. Then 2024 again, February Premier League, Liverpool thrashing Chelsea 4-1. August 2023, 1-1. 2023 still August, April. That was a 0-0. And January 2023, 0-0. It doesn't look so good for Chelsea, if I can say. I see Sinan. Hey, Sinan, what's up? What's up, Sinan? It's been a while. It's been a while. Long time. We missed you
Hey
yesterday.
Sinan, hey
And we
Sinan.
missed you yesterday too. Where have you been? Where have you guys been? Yeah, Josh, as I was saying, it's going to be a mouth-watering game, if I can say that. And I cannot wait. And it looks like Liverpool has an edge. Liverpool has an edge over Chelsea. And when we come to the EPL last five games, Liverpool has lost one and won four games. Chelsea two draws and three wins. That explains, and I mean how everything is. The tension between the clubs, the tension between the managers. What a way to
You
welcome us
see,
from the international break.
yeah, a mouth-watering fixture it is, but you see, the thing though is Liverpool will always be a very difficult side to play against, especially when they are at Anfield, because Anfield, the environment and Anfield exudes some bit of excitement, and the atmosphere can be very difficult for an opponent. So Chelsea, ever since they were beaten by Man City in the opening fixture, they have looked like a side that is being guided to a return of their old self under Enzo Maresca. I mean, the trajectory at which both clubs are under new managers is quite impressive. So you do think that this will be a game that the wits of the new boys will come at play. I mean, the players at Chelsea I like, because much as they had a bloated squad, Enzo Maresca has found a way to pick just the right players that he thinks can do the job for him, and the players have rewarded him so far. But don't forget, Ancelotti has not put a foot wrong. I mean, he has always gotten the best out of his team. He has picked the best players that he thinks will give him an edge. I like
Correct.
the competition between Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz. Little did we ever think that Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz would both flourish at the same time.
He has
But
even revived Gravenbach. He was a good player under Klopp, but he's an exceptional player under Anslot.
yeah,
Exceptional.
but under Klopp, you couldn't even recognize the player that he once was. I mean, he failed to fit into the side. Jurgen Klopp failed to bring the best out of Gravenberch. At a certain point, he looked like he was not the ideal player for Liverpool and the system that Klopp was playing. But I think the acclimatization and the test of the Premier League last season did him a great deal. And this season, under a new manager who speaks the same language like he does, has given him maybe a better atmosphere to flourish. And the things Anslot does on the football pitch with his team are the ones that are very telling, and they will give Chelsea one or two things to think about, because when you look at that Liverpool side, and you want to say man mark them, who are you going to man mark? Are you going to man mark Salah? Are you going to man mark Trent? Are you going to man mark Luis Diaz? Who is the player in the midfield who is the most advanced? Is it Sobosalai? Is it McAllister? Is it Gravenbach? All of them can hurt you at any point in the game. So for
Yeah.
me, Liverpool being at Anfield, I see that Chelsea will just give us a very good game, but at the end of the day, they will not get away with it.
So you're already giving it to Liverpool.
No, I
That part.
see a draw in the game. I see a
Well,
goal scoring draw in the
yeah,
game.
goals. No, me, I say a goal scoring game. That's all I'm going to say. Regardless whether it's a draw or win, goals are going to be flying from net to net. I mean, a few insights. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 6 Premier League meetings with Chelsea. With Chelsea, though, they have though 5 of these have ended level, meaning 1-0. Sorry, 1 win. Then Chelsea have won just one of their last 9 Premier League games away against Liverpool, with 5 draws and 3 losses. That is not a very good record for Chelsea, especially now that they are coming at Anfield. Their away record is poor, and they're coming at Anfield play against a team that is very, very good at the moment. I know Chelsea is clicking. I'm happy with what Enzo Maresca has done with Chelsea, but I'm also extremely excited with what Ancelot has done for Liverpool. It's not really nothing much. After all, he found a well-established team. Klopp left the foundation really. I mean, compared to what Moyes found at Man United, Klopp found a very, very beautiful. Sorry, Ancelot found a very beautiful assembled team. the players are doing so good. They barely signed a player. They only signed two players. That's the keeper and Chiesa from
Federico
Juventus.
Chiesa.
Yeah, who's also a very good player, although we haven't seen much of him. As I was saying, Gravenberch, top
There's
notch
a bit of
under Anfield.
uncertainty.
Mm,
Sorry, there's a bit of uncertainty about Federico Chiesa's health. He does not seem to be in the best shape so far. So they're actually waiting on him. There has not been a really an update on his situation, but he seems not to be fit. But he's quite a player. I mean, if you're having a player like Federico Chiesa come on for the last 15 minutes of a game, it is hell. It is
yeah,
hell.
that is true.
But you see
That
the
means they don't
difference
want to risk
between,
him.
yeah, the difference between the two sides. Liverpool has very experienced Premier League players, players
Very
who have won things.
players,
They have,
players like Salah,
yeah,
Trent,
like Salah, like Trent, like Van Dijk,
Trent, Van
you know,
Dijk, their keeper.
Ibrahima Ibrahima Konate has come of
Yeah,
age.
Konate.
You know,
Yeah,
he's now really playing very well,
Robertson.
and
Man, they
he
have
has
very
made
good
that place
players,
his own.
experienced
They have
players.
Robertson. So the difference is these guys have experienced Premier League players, whereas Chelsea, you can argue they have promise and potential. They have
But they have some
very,
players still there.
yeah, they do have some players, but not to the magnitude that Liverpool has, because Liverpool has had players that have won something with Liverpool. They know what it means to win a trophy, and yet Chelsea has very, very good players, but these are players that maybe do not yet understand what it takes to win a game at Anfield.
I'm looking at Chelsea's lineup. I mean, recent games. You're right. I don't see any experienced player. By experience, I mean someone who has won trophies with the Chelsea currently.
Yeah, you can say that Cole Palmer
Cucurella,
played last season.
Cole
You can say
Palmer,
that Cucurella has been in the Premier
Jordan,
League. You can say that
Jackson.
Jadon Sancho has been in the Premier League. You can say Wesley Fofana has been in the Premier League. The difference,
Mm,
though, is these players, despite having been in the Premier League, have not played as a unit for say Chelsea. They came from wherever they came from, and they are now at Chelsea. They are all very good players, but they also have a new manager in Enzo Maresca, who is trying to integrate his ideas in the side. It looks very good. It is normally a very attacking side. They have a good players going forward. They can hurt any team on their day, and so far they've not looked like they've had an off day. So really, for me, I think that they Chelsea is doing very well.
well, I also see here, real quick, Liverpool have won 24 out of 64 matches against Chelsea in the Premier League. With the Blues having won only 21. That's not a very huge margin, Josh. 24 for Liverpool, the Blues 21, only three. The rest are all the rest of the games were all draws. And I'm seeing somewhere that the the rivalry didn't rather it did intensify under the Jose Mourinho Felix reign. You remember that beef?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Mourinho beefed with everyone during that time. That time he had just joined Chelsea. He beefed everyone. You know?
No, there was a profound moment. There was a profound moment at that time where Rafa Benitez had said that Didier Drogba is a diver, and
Right.
Didier Drogba
Oh, I remember.
netted against Liverpool and ran to the touchline and just dove just in front of
I
of
remember.
uh, Rafa
Benitez.
Benitez.
I
So I
remember
mean,
that.
yeah, it has always been a sort of a feisty fixture, but that is because of
They have that Cold War.
yeah, it is
They're
it
rivals
is
in a certain
normally
way.
it is normally because of the level that
Yeah.
the two teams are at the moment. At that moment, the two teams were up there. They were fighting for things together. But
That
in
rivalry
this
is
particular
crazy.
moment, Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool slightly looks like it has an edge over Chelsea. But then Chelsea also looks like they're sounding drums. They look like they're the new big boys in town. I mean, they're asking questions. They're only 4 points behind Liverpool, and if they do win this game, they're only a point within Liverpool, which is top of the table. So that is very exciting from Chelsea's point of view. They can
Very, very
actually
exciting.
go ahead
I,
and
uh,
fight for this game.
I remember in 2000, then Liverpool won their first. Sorry, Liverpool. Okay, were beaten by Chelsea. Of course, that was Jose Felix Mourinho as the manager. Liverpool lost to Chelsea in their first 5 games. But I remember 2004, 2005 semi-finals Champions League. Chelsea came back, won them, beat them in a very, 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 very crucial game. That's where the intensity and everything started
I
burning up.
think
I remember that very well.
I think it I think it
And
all
this is,
started from that
I'm eagerly
Champions
waiting. By
League
the way, I can't
semi-final.
wait. Yeah, I also think that that is where things really turned up so hard, and it
Yeah,
was crazy.
because to date, some of us Jose Mourinho fans, we do believe that actually that goal was a no goal, the Louis Garcia no goal, which was a goal
Yeah, and
to kick
unfortunately
Chelsea
back
out of
then,
the Champions League.
unfortunately, 2004, 2005 VAR was not yet there. And by the way, what a player! Louis Garcia's, Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
They had a very, very interesting team. Was
yeah, they had a good
John
squad.
Henry's
They
in
had a
the
good squad.
John Henry's, was he also part of the squad then?
I think he had left, but there
I
was
also think he left.
Mascherano.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
Mascherano.
Mascherano. There was Alonso. There was Louis
Karaja.
Garcia.
Mm.
Yeah,
Karaga was
Carragher.
also part of them. Yeah.
Yeah, he was part of. He's one of the players for me. I always thought was part of the squad and not really the ideal player. The, though he looked better than the other centre backs they had. Sami Hipia was a very seasoned player. He was an experienced player. He brought some bit of calm to that back line. But they had Sami Hipia and Henchos in the evening of their careers, and they managed to win a Champions League against AC Milan.
Coming back, that comeback was crazy.
Yeah,
From three down to 3-3. That was, I remember that game, by the way. Still a kid. And I had school the next
yeah.
day. It was
Uh, the
crazy.
the
Interesting game.
the player for me was Dietmar Hamann. Dietmar Hamann changed
Oh, Dick
everything. He
Mohammed.
changed yeah, he changed everything for Liverpool. That's why Liverpool got back in the game for large parts of the game. Even if the hero of the game is Steven Gerrard for all the work that he did. But Steven Gerrard was part of the reason that they went 3-0 down in the first half,
Yeah, I
because
remember.
he used to play with his heart on his sleeve. So for most of the time, he was like a Bruno Fernandes. He would just go all over the pitch without any positional discipline. So
That is not fair
yeah,
for you to
I know
compare.
you want
Sinan,
to
if you're
tell me not
watching,
to go there.
that is not compare. Rather, that is not fair for you to compare La Capitan or Bruno Fernandes to Steven
To
Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard. No,
It's
but
not.
Steven Gerrard was a top player, Captain
Oh, he was.
Fantastic.
He was. It's just that the managerial thing has gone south. I mean, things turned out otherwise at Aston Villa. But yo, I can't wait for the game. I can't wait for the game on Sunday. I'm rooting. I can't. It's a highly anticipated game. High scoring end to end goal. I mean, we're still talking about player. We're going to come to Chelsea. We're still talking about players that are flared up, players that look so amazing under Ancelot, and we talked about Gravenberch, of course. Van Dijk has also Van Dijk didn't have a very good season. Oh, towards the end of the season last. Do you remember last season?
Yeah,
He was,
but
but
for
he
me,
looks a revived player right now. He looks a very good
but for
player.
me, Van Dijk is
Konote,
for me
yeah, for you, Van Dijk is
for
what?
me Van for me Van Dijk is Van Dijk. I mean, He's a top player. He's a top player. I mean, he can. Yeah, you can.
I didn't
That's
say
why
he's
we
not a
wait.
top player, Josh.
No, no. Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I know that these moments do happen in football. You can have a lapse in concentration
I
here,
agree.
but you see, we look for moments. We wait a whole season to look for moments to pick out when Van Dijk was bad in a game, and when Van Dijk is bad in a game, it's comparable to Haaland not scoring in 2 games. I mean, Haaland doesn't score in 2 games
I
and
really,
it's off form.
I really
Just
think
because,
somehow,
yeah,
sir,
just because
I
of
think you're a Liverpool fan growing up, Josh. There's no way you can convince me that you're a Manchester United fan. But, but we're talking
never.
about players that have done so well under Ansel. We talked about, and we've talked about now Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Kanute. I think he has pulled up his game. He has upped up his game.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ibrahima
Trent is
Konate is
Trent.
very good
Robertson
now.
is Robertson. Yeah. Muhammad Salah, of course, he did, but I thought with him aging, he was going to dip in form. He looks exceptional. He looks fresh. He's
Yeah,
scoring. He's dribbling. He's running behind defenders. He's assisting. He's amazing, and I can't wait to see him also tomorrow, or
it
rather the day
helps.
after tomorrow on Sunday.
It helps that
It's already midnight tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, it helps that Thingy does not play like that. Anslot does not play like Jurgen Klopp played, because with Jurgen Klopp's gegen press, you feared for Mo Salah, who thrives on his ability to run in behind defenders, sail dummies and stuff like that. But Anslot is more controlled in his approach, and he will just pick moments when Salah will jump on his bike. But with the Gegenpress, the man was always on his bike. But the player who has impressed me most is, apart from Gravenberch, of course, Gravenberch is number one. But the player who has impressed me most is Luis Diaz, because,
But Diaz has also turned up. He
yes,
has
at a
turned up
certain
this season.
point,
He's amazing.
exactly. And God has helped him that he has kept fit, because at some point last season, when the time they brought in Cody Gakpo is because they never used they were not convinced that Luis Diaz was reliable. He was always not available for selection, but now he's fit. He's playing very well. He's scoring goals, and the competition with Cody Gakpo is even much better this season, because if Liverpool can have Cody Gakpo on the bench, imagine what it does to a team when Luis Diaz has been running you down for say 70 minutes, and the guy warming up is Cody Gakpo. As in
What is it called? No
all the
resting.
technical ability, he has to beat a player, to score from distance, to pick out a pass, to get to the byline and just shake off his man. It is a scary thing for a defender who is a bit tired. So for me, I do believe that Liverpool just has a little bit of an edge over Chelsea.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Josh, the style of play. I'm looking at Anslot. He's very attack minded. He likes that aggressive kind of football. He likes scoring. He likes bringing it to the enemy, if I can use that word. And as for Maresca, places high value on a deep build up with a short passes from the back line. At first, I didn't see this, but it looks like Chelsea players are catching up now. I mean, if you're to compare how they've been playing recently, I mean, how they've been catching up. And I also, by the way, think Sancho might thrive under Enzo Maresca because the short passes, I mean, that come to the build up,
Yeah, yeah, he
that's
likes to
his
do
kind of
that.
thing. He likes to
Yeah,
do that. He
that's his
likes to
kind of
move with
thing.
some, that's his
And the
kind of
other
play. So,
Yeah, the other thing I agree with you, Sancho might actually flourish under Enzo Maresca, has nothing to do with the football, but everything to do with the feel good factor, because Sancho has showed that he's a player who needs an arm around his shoulder. He's a player who needs to be comfortable in his environment, and he looks like London was the place that he always wanted to be. I mean, you would question who made for him a deal to go to Manchester when he actually wanted to play in London. I mean, there are several big clubs in London he could have gone for, or he could have gone to earlier on, but he's now at Chelsea. I don't see a reason why Jadon Sancho does not flourish at Chelsea, because as we had earlier in the interviews of, say, Benny McCarthy, is the player always snuck out of Man United to go back to London, and that shows that now that he's in London,
He's in
he's
London.
closer to his family and his friends, and this
He's
this
where
can help
his
him.
heart wants to be.
Yeah, this can help him. This can help him, because for me, I've never doubted the ability of Jadon Sancho. It's just very painful to watch a player with that much natural ability give you so little. I mean, a player like Scott McTominay, who has close to nothing that Jadon Sancho has. I mean, he's going to outperform him in every game. So for me, I would rather have 10 McTominays than half a Jadon Sancho.
Yes, you're hating. The guy has 3 assists in 4 matches,
And he has a man
EPL
of the match
matches.
award.
Yeah, one that you do not agree with.
How do you get a man of the match award for assisting, and the guy who scored the goal, yeah, and that goal was well taken. It was a striker's goal. He dragged the defender out of position, and scored a very beautiful goal. But and he had also just come off the bench, so I
And by
don't
the way,
understand.
do you know that do you know that he's a boyhood Chelsea fan?
Who?
Jadon Sancho.
Get
That
out of
also works out
here!
for. No, for
Get out
real,
of
he
here!
is. Josh, he
Oh,
is.
it is
South
possible
London.
if, yeah, it is possible if what I heard is correct, that his family and friends is in London, so that means that he's grown up a fan of one of the London teams, and it could just have been Chelsea. But I don't think Jadon Sancho will not do well, since he's in a place that he wants to be.
So you expect him to perform very good.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, he has the ability. He's quite the player. I mean, why we were so hard on Jadon Sancho at United is only because he gave us so little. He gave us so
From
little. You
I
just
think we
needed.
Man United fans expected a lot from Jadon Sancho. That
We
is why,
didn't
especially
expect a lot. We didn't
the
expect a
price
lot.
tag, the price tag that he came with under Ole Gunnar
Yeah,
Solskjaer. I mean, judging from what he had been doing at Borussia Dortmund in German, I think he didn't even give us a quarter of what he did the other side.
exactly. So for
And
me,
it's
it
a
is not
shame. It's
just
a shame.
yeah, it's not just the expectation or because of his price tag, but the things that we had seen Jadon Sancho do. We only needed Jadon Sancho to give us a 70%, but Jadon Sancho would give you 40%, and it would take him a couple of games for him to give you even 60% in a game. He would
Mm.
score beautiful goals. He would have very nice patterns of play every now and then, but there was always something missing, and maybe he can find that missing piece at Chelsea. But for me, I love Chelsea. I love Chelsea. I love the squad they have. I love the lineup. I mean, it's every football fan who is not a Chelsea fan. I think we are envious of the quality that Chelsea has.
Who is envious? Man United?
No, every football fan in the Premier League who is not a Chelsea fan, you're actually bit of envious of the squad that Chelsea has. Because when you look around, even a team that is doing so well like Arsenal, they can use one or two, three players from Chelsea, which cannot be said of so many other teams.
which cannot be
That
said of a team like Man United. Don't go through the corners. Don't go through the corners, Josh.
no, other teams, other teams.
Yo, yo, I see Sinan in the comment section saying, I missed yesterday because I had gone to Brentford training ground to check if they will be able to beat United so that they help in sacking Ten Hag. We agree with something on
Sinan,
Sinan.
you've jumped on the wagon.
At least he also wants him out. Josh, I would have an injured Scott McTominay than a fully fit Sancho. That is harsh. That is a bit harsh.
100, no, 100%.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Liverpool versus Chelsea over the weekend on Sunday. The Premier League. What a way to welcome us back from the international break, the boring international break. And we've been talking about Liverpool more. We've given flowers to Anslot, a bit of Enzo Maresca. But Josh, I would like now, just slightly in 5 minutes, to look at Enzo Maresca because he's one of the manager. I think, considering how he started, considering the whole fracas, the whole chaos that was in Chelsea when he took over as the manager, the players cutting off players, the Sterling issue, Osaga, what's the
Conor
gentleman? What's the
Gallagher.
British? Yeah, Conor Gallagher that went to
Conor
Atletico
Gallagher.
Madrid. He even had to fly back at some point. I- very, very, very. I mean, no one thought he would turn around things. No one thought he would be in the fourth position right now, sitting with only 4 points behind the leaders, Liverpool, sitting 3 points behind Arsenal and Man City. 44 years of age. Of course, he's an Italian national. He played for Verona, played for Sampdoria, and other teams. Currently at Chelsea as the manager, of course. Uh, what else? What else? He's an amazing manager, Josh. That's all I can say. And I can't wait for him to go toe to toe
Yeah,
with the club tomorrow. He earns around, by the way, 8.5 a year. That is
with
worth
Claude,
300. Yeah.
not Klopp, Claude.
No, I'm talking about Enzo Maresca.
Yeah, you can't wait for him to go toe to toe with Onslaught,
Ah, I
not
said
Klopp.
Klopp. Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, of course, with
No worries.
Anslot. With Anslot. He's a good player, Josh. Sorry, he's a good manager overall, and he's someone who needs to take over. Uh, he's someone who I think deserves more, and he's going to get that
Yeah,
respect.
Chelsea.
You know that majority of
Chelsea.
the fans would love to see Liverpool lose against Chelsea this weekend. I
Pardon
myself,
me.
majority of the football, I would say EPL fans would love to see Chelsea beat Liverpool over the weekend. The Man City
Yeah,
fans,
me too.
they
Me
don't want
too.
Liverpool to go. Liverpool fans don't want them to go. Man United fans, they just have that beef. Whether Chelsea is playing whether Liverpool is playing what team, regardless, they just want Liverpool to lose. So it explains
No,
when I
let
say
me let me give
majority
you
of
a
EPL
reason.
fans want Liverpool to lose over the
Let
weekend.
me give you my reason. That is a
Shoot.
bit skewed from what you think is the reason why I would want Chelsea to beat Liverpool. Uh, as, do not laugh, but I do think that we still have an outside chance to make top four, and if Chelsea makes the league, if Chelsea makes the league table very interesting by maybe beating Liverpool, then
And you
there will be
also beat Brentford.
some bit of no, we
Josh,
shall
and
beat Brentford.
you've had that you've said that around 3 times
Yeah,
this
we play
season, and
fast.
things. I remember the last time that you said that, Sinan came on stream and said, "Today I will not be talking to you, Josh." We know how that went. So so
Yeah, but it was a nil-nil
the last
draw.
time
It was a
you
nil-nil
said
draw.
Liverpool is going to sorry, why am I the last time you said Man United is going to win, Sinan came back saying, "Today I'm not talking to you, Josh." So be careful when you say you're beating Brentford tomorrow. Be very, very careful.
No, but you know the situation. the situation that United is in. I mean, let's just leave United for a bit. But back to Enzo Maresca. I
Yeah,
think that Enzo Maresca is the best guy that Chelsea would have gotten to galvanize the players that he has, because he has found some bit of respect with the dressing room.
and I
I
like
think that you would not
his
have thought
staff.
would have been possible if they had gotten if they had gotten a manager with a big reputation and he had been around for a bit, then it would have been a bit difficult for Chelsea. I mean, for the manager to get respect from these players. Not that he's not that the players are indisciplined, but he would want to chop and change the squad to bring it to what he wants his squad to look like. And yet Enzo Maresca used the resources already at the club in terms of the players to pick out just the right players for him. And I do commend Todd Bowley and the two directors at Chelsea, because they let that happen. They allowed him to do exactly what he wanted to do with his squad to enhance the performance of Chelsea and its growth. So I mean, Enzo Maresca has done quite a good job, and you can say that Chelsea Chelsea has developed much faster than Liverpool in terms of integrating the philosophy of the manager onto the team. Because for me, Anslot has really just adapted, and he has not yet that Liverpool side
He,
does not purely play like an Anslot team. He
I
has
don't think he
adapted
does
to the situation. He
exactly.
has
That's what I was
adapted to the
going to.
situation and looked at the
Yeah,
players that he has and tweaked one or two
he did.
things, and
I
not
agree. He
not
didn't change a
emphasized
lot.
on his philosophy, because
Most
in his philosophy, he's a manager that likes to have a hot zone on the pitch. That is, he can have up to six players when they are attacking in front of the 6 yard box, sorry, 18-yard box. And this is a thing that most Dutch managers do to gain a numerical advantage when they are
case study,
attacking.
case study, Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Tenag, yeah, this is a thing that they do, and I
He
mean,
does that, I think.
sometimes it pays off, sometimes it does not. Like in the case of Eric Tenag, but for Anslot, in the moment, for me, I think the magic stick is the thing he has done with the midfielders. The way the midfielders play for each other and they rotate, and there's not really a static CDM. For me, I see three central midfielders on the pitch, and they all alternate with McAllister maybe given a bit more responsibility to be in front of the back four. But if he's not around, Gravenberch is there. If Gravenberch is not there, you can see even a player as more advanced as Sobo Solai is at times found in that position,
I
and
keep forgetting him.
he does
Yeah,
ever so well. So I can't wait for this fixture. But
and they have. You're
me,
also forgetting Harvey Elliott attacking. He's also very
yeah,
good going forward.
Harvey Elliott has been out for a while, and he's not
Oh,
fit
he's
to start
injured.
this game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
he's
remember by
injured.
the.
He's
Oh my
not
God,
fit to
how
start
silly of me!
this
How did
game.
I forget that?
So is Alison Becker, who pulled a hamstring in the last game against Crystal Palace.
I
But
think
Diogo Jota,
And Kaiser.
yeah,
Those are the
Federico
three:
Chiesa is not
Elliot,
available too.
Allison, and Federico Chiesa. And Chelsea
Yeah,
has what's that name? Chukwuemeka or Chukwuemeka.
yeah,
You know, they have
Chukwemeka.
they have Kellyman, they have Cucurella, by the Cucurella is suspended. He's not going to play.
Yeah, Cucurella and Wesley
And
Fofana are
Fofana,
suspended because they have accumulated 5 yellow cards.
that
You
is a
know
huge that changes everything,
you know
Josh.
Chelsea's games have two of their games have resulted into a £50,000 fine because
Well,
they've had more than 5 yellow cards in a game. I
Mm.
think one they
Oh,
had 8 and another they had 9. So I mean, but it's a good thing to see. Apart from the ridiculous yellow cards of kicking the ball away and throwing, at least you might think that if players are getting yellow cards for pulling shots and making sure that players do not bypass them to create opportunities for the opponent, then it is a good thing. At least they're fighting for each other.
well, speaking about those injured, who's going to be replacing Cucurella?
Oh, come on, it's Chelsea.
Chilwell is playing? No,
It's
Chilwell was
yeah, but
sidelined.
Viega,
Was
Viega,
yeah, I think
it's
it's Viega.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
I mean, players are not a problem.
very
Players
many.
are
They
not
have
a
very many.
problem with
They can always
Chelsea.
pull some back. They can always even get
Yeah,
some from the reserves.
they
Very many players.
they could just bring a fan.
Earlier, I gave you the head-to-head record, and it looked like where 5 games Chelsea has lost 3 of them, and two all won by 2-1. Is it 3 draws and 2-1 by Liverpool? But that is head-to-head. I mean, the last 2 3 years. But if you look at recently in EPL, Chelsea have done so well in the when it comes to away matches. They've won all their three this season, all three away matches this season, and that explains something. That is a morale boost for them. Although, excuse me, although they have a few places, he has to think a lot to replace Cucurella. Of course, you just mentioned who might replace him, but also Fofana. I think they were gelling so well, those
Yeah,
players.
Wesley Fofana.
Yeah, once
Do
again,
you think
guys,
that he will bring back Disasi
no, no, no,
because he
no,
had
no, no,
written
no,
him off?
no. He still did. Chilwell. I talked about Chilwell, then I remembered he did the same thing. He
Yeah,
told,
but
unless
yeah, he
otherwise,
needs the CB.
yeah, he needs. I don't know what he's going to do. Thank you so
I
much
saw
once
he
again,
played
Sports
him against
Jazz,
Genk.
Josh and Isaac. You saw him against who? Playing, doing what?
Genk
He played.
playing Disasi. Yeah,
He
he did
played.
play. I
I didn't
never
watch the
thought that he
game.
would ever play again for Chelsea. Yeah, he
Yeah, I
did play.
remember he was meant to join Newcastle. There were rumors that he would join Newcastle in the recently ended
I
summer.
was so happy. I was so happy when that rumor never materialized. I mean, you Man United, you're a club that has Harry Maguire, and you want to bring Disasi. I mean, do you want
No,
guys
I'm saying, me. I
to
remember
hate themselves?
it was a
They might
bigger
just
rumor,
collide in the air.
him being linked to Newcastle than it was for United. But I also remember at some point they linked him to United. Yeah, Josh, let's go into
Before he
the
joined Chelsea.
predicted lineups and score. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. We're still giving you Liverpool and Chelsea on Sunday, the preview in the Premier League, and yeah, right into it, the predicted lineups, Josh, and score.
I think you do.
Real
I
quick.
think you do Liverpool. I think you do Liverpool. I do Chelsea because for me, I love Chelsea. I mean, I can just talk about Chelsea's squad and uh, the players that I keep mentioning. I see a picture. I see a picture, a perfect picture on how they can tear up any team. Because if you have Sanchez playing the way he's playing in goal for Chelsea, then
Mm,
it is going to be a very long day for even Mo Salah. Because I mean, this guy just pulls out saves from I don't know where. I mean, he's playing so well. I never thought that he would be the first choice keeper for Chelsea, especially when Enzo Maresca went to Villarreal and bought Phil Jorgensen. But Sanchez is actually been the he has rewarded the manager for having faith in him in goal for Chelsea. Then you go to the right back. I mean, this guy this guy is not yet a renowned name, but I do believe that he's one of the best fullbacks in Europe. Gusto. I mean, Gusto even makes you
this is a
forget
good
that.
player.
Yeah, he even makes you forget that Rhys James was once captain for Chelsea, and he plays right back because the boy is good. The boy is good. Then uh, you have Makukarela. Makukarela. I mean, we saw him play for Brighton. He's come to Chelsea, played very well, made his name, and went on to play for Spain at the Euros. This Spain side we are talking about is a team that is the best team in Europe and arguably the best in the world. But Marco Carella is their left back. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it
I
could have been
understand. Too
any
bad
other
he's not
player.
going to be featuring because he's suspended.
You get? Yes,
Yeah.
he is suspended. He might not feature. So they could have play. They could play Chilwell or Vega. Then Wesley Fofana
Chilwell,
and Levi Colwill. These guys together together.
Colwell. Colwell
That's
is
a
a good player.
partnership that can be very formidable in the future. I mean, they've just started playing together, and they still they look good. They look good. They look like they can do a bit of everything. They can play the ball on the ground. They can win aerial duels. They can ping long balls and stuff like that. And maybe what I've not seen so much of them is carrying the ball, but they both have the ability to carry the ball forward because Levi Colwill played as a right back, I think last season in some games, and Wesley Fofana himself can play as a fullback, so he has maybe one or two things he knows about carrying the ball forward, but that they've not done so often. But that's only because of the player who is in front of them, because the player in front of them in midfield is Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. As in, you have no reason to carry the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, they also have Lavia, right?
Yes, they have Romeo Lavia, they have Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. So I mean, those are very good players. It's just that
Very.
it is unfortunate that Romeo Lavia can't break into that side. But Romeo Lavia is a player that any team in the Premier League could use. I mean, the top tier teams in the Premier League, they could use a player like Romeo Lavia. But then Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are playing there. Then just in front of them, you have um, the jewel in the crown in Cole Palmer. I mean, that is
Yo,
look.
how had I even forgotten about Cole Palmer? My God, silly me.
You dig,
Cole
you
Palmer.
dig, you dig. Then you
Yo,
have,
he's
then
a
you have.
player to that's why I'm so excited about about Sunday's
True,
game. Cole
true,
Palmer, bro.
true. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
this
Oh my
this
days.
Chelsea team, this Chelsea team is up there. Then you may have
What a
your
game we
Jadon
have on
Sancho.
what
You
a
may
game
have
we have on our hands.
Yeah, you may have your Jadon Sancho, then Nicholas Jackson, and then you have Noni Madueke. I mean, that attacking line. And guess what? Even when you choose not to play Jadon Sancho, you're playing Pedro Neto. I
Oh,
mean,
yo, this
you
yo,
might just
no
wake
wonder
up. You might,
a
you
few
might
minutes
just
ago
wake.
you said Chelsea's okay, Chelsea's stacked, and I see that.
It's okay. You
I
don't
see
have a
that. Oh
problem.
my God.
Then guess what? Guess what? You might not be interested in playing Nicholas Jackson, and on that day you want to play a false nine, maybe to allow your midfielders, you to allow Cole Palmer to come from deep and maybe nick a goal or trouble Ibrahim Konat and Van Dijk, who are very solid midfielders. So what do? You play Yao Felix as a false nine instead
But
of
then,
Nicholas Jackson.
yo, Chelsea has a
That's Chelsea,
squad.
yo.
My God. And do not forget there are those that are already
Indeed.
sidelined, by the way. Do you know
Yeah.
that? And also
Forget
good
those
players.
ones. Forget those
No,
ones.
I'm just saying there are
So
those that are also sidelined. My God.
yeah, so I mean,
Chelsea is rich
it's
in depth.
Chelsea is really a threat, and if Enzo Maresca handles these boys very
Oh God.
well, at a certain point they're going to be competing for places, and it doesn't matter whether you start the game or you come off the bench. You're going to give it your all. I mean, if say Yao Felix comes on for Nicholas Jackson with 10 minutes left, he is going to be the one to change the game. And these are the games that he wants to play. He wants to play at Anfield against Liverpool, because those are matches that a player like that is made for. Just give him the freedom to do the things that he likes to do, and Chelsea is just a powerhouse. You imagine a player like Yao Felix playing with Cole Palmer. You might argue that there is no balance; they are both a bit similar and what, but just let Cole Palmer float, and let Yao Felix do the things that he loves to do whenever he gets the ball in that false nine position. Then Cole Palmer can run beyond him, and dink,
Yo,
tap,
as you said, you could
and
write a
remember,
whole book. You could write a
yeah,
whole book about
and
Chelsea
remember,
and his players.
Alison
Interesting,
Becker.
man. Interesting.
Alison Becker is injured. Okay, so Alison Becker is injured, so Kera is going to be in goal, and I don't see why that front 5-6 of Chelsea do not trouble that Liverpool defense.
Yo.
So
Oh
for
my
me,
God.
I can't wait for Chelsea. I mean, and they got the right man. They got the right man through the door, because Enzo Maresca uh, being the fact that this is his first job, he's doing things the way he has always wanted to do them. A manager with a big reputation, we would have asked much more from him, and maybe it would have been difficult with him falling out of play, uh, falling out with players, because he would have wanted maybe to have his own print on the team. So for me, Chelsea, any day, all day, every day.
Yo.
I don't see
I'm
how.
even lost of words. You have a you have a novel about Chelsea. You
Yeah,
have a
because
novel.
yeah,
Impressive, man.
Chelsea is just that team,
Yo, you find that only on Sports Jazz. Josh. That's Josh for you. Only on Sports Jazz,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yo, what's up with you?
Say what? Say what? Say what? But Chelsea
Yeah,
is that team.
super, bro.
When you go and watch, it is the team that gives you a bit of confidence. When you're watching the game. I mean, even before the game starts, you know what you have. I mean, the players might just fail on the day, but this is what you have. And when they fail, I mean, you're not pulling off a player and bringing on another one, and there's a big shift in quality. The quality is there. There's no big deep in quality. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm
Every,
waiting for you to do the
you
Liverpool
know,
side.
I was a bit worried that Chelsea would be thrashed by Liverpool. But yo, after what I've just heard from you, I have really nothing.
You're now confident. Chelsea is another animal.
Again, right here, you find that right here on Sports Jazz. Thank you so much, everyone that has been tuning in. Josh, now let's go into the starting lineup. Yeah, but you didn't give me the lineup. You didn't give me the lineup, Josh. You
Yeah.
talked
So
about
until
every player, strength,
you
what they
see,
can do. Now give
yes.
me the lineup. Give me the lineup, Josh.
So
Chelsea.
the
Oh, you know
lineup.
what?
Let's go with
Let me make it fair. I'll give you enough. Let me make. I don't want to interrupt you. I'll go.
yes.
Alisson is out. That's by the way quite unfortunate. He's a player that is built
Yeah.
for such games. He's built for such games, but unfortunately he's out. And I mean, he has to. It would have been nice to have him on the team, but he's out. So that means his replacement is going to be coming on. Keller has to be replacing him. They have the fullbacks. They have Robertson and Trent Arnold. Alexander, midfield, sorry, CB's fullbacks, they have Konate and Van Dyke. I think the pair is really, really grooming up each other so well. I say grooming in terms of partnership and communication on the field. Gravenbach and McAllister, exceptional. Then right wing, you have Mohamed Salah coming through with, I think Luis Diaz is going to start ahead of Gapco tomorrow. Then Sobosolai will be right there behind Jota. One would argue Darwin Nunes, but I think Giota also is good for such. These are his games. When he comes on for such games, he doesn't waste a lot of chances compared to Nunes. I'm not saying Nunez is a bad player. He's a good player, but always good when it comes off the bench. To me, Josh. Excuse me, Josh. Yeah, the mic is again yours. Your Chelsea starting lineup.
I think I would have Sanchez in goal. Chan Sanchez will continue in goal. At right back, I would have Gusto. Then I think the problem will come in the left back position, because I would play Adarabio and Colwill in
Mm,
centre back. Then the left back. I think that the left back would be a tricky position, because I don't think Chilwell is part of Enzo Maresca's plans. But this is the
he's
point
not.
that maybe he's not. So this is the point that maybe he adjusts, because he has a bit of questions to answer there. So I think he will have to either shift Colwill to left back and play Disasi, but I don't know how that is going to happen. I don't yet have a player in left back at in my predicted lineup, because there is one of two players that can change that whole situation. But in midfield, he will continue to play Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez with Cole Palmer just in front of them. Then he will play. I think he will play. Wow, now this is the point that Chelsea just gets very exciting,
I
because
know. I know. That's why it
earlier
started fast.
earlier on earlier on, yes, I was still giving you a few players that are Chelsea players, like
Yeah.
Magui, the kid they just got from Barcelona. He can also just
Oh,
slot in and play there. But anyhow, maybe he'll play Pedro Neto to start the game.
I think Neto would be good. Ziad, where have
Yeah.
you been? Ziad, where have you been? Ziad says Thomas Franco with schools Ten Hag.
Yeah,
Ziad,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He's had his number twice, but Pedro Neto, Nicholas Jackson, and Noni Madueke.
Madueke has also been on fire. He's been very,
Yeah.
very. Uh, by the way, you told me you're a fan of Jackson, but I'm not. For some reason, I'm not hating, but I'm not.
Oh,
And
oh,
Josh, what's your scoreline?
wow. I want to give this one to Chelsea, but I don't see how you escape Anfield.
So,
So, a high scoring draw, 2-2.
mhm.
Yeah, because it's a result that I would actually want for Man United to have an outside chance at that top four early on in the season,
Well,
because this is the
I would go for 2-1 for Liverpool tomorrow.
yeah, this is the time that we actually need to put Thomas Frank in his place, and yeah,
Josh,
just beat up on him, and we move
Josh,
on.
we are talking about. We are going to come to that. I'm saying I'm picking Liverpool to win tomorrow, 2-1. However
Yeah,
much I would love Chelsea to win. Guys,
yes, yeah.
once
I would
again,
love
Sports
Chelsea to
Jazz,
win,
Sports
but I would
Jazz,
say high scoring draw, 2-2.
Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac, let's look into other games. Yeah, we did talk about other games, other EPL games of the weekend, over the weekend. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. We did talk about games that are happening over the weekend. Again, I see, yeah, Ziad is back in action. He says Thomas Frank always schools Ten Hag. Man, no one can forget about the 4-0. And Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, midfield returns tomorrow.
Yeah, most probably. Yeah,
Most
yeah, most
probably. I also
probably.
see
Those are the players.
because
Yes,
Mino is injured, so he's not going to
Minu
make it.
is out. Ugarte is injured, and yeah, those are the available players. So that's the midfield we're going to
Ugarte
have.
is injured, but he did play. He had a small he did play. He had a small train. Okay, not a full training, but yeah, he did play with not play. Sorry, he
You
did
know the
come for
problem.
training.
You see the problem with that midfield and Manchester United as a whole is the team that we are going to play. That is Brentford. They are very intense in their approach. The way Thomas Frank sets up his team, he wants the team to score really early on. And Man United is not a team we've seen this season that comes out guns blazing out of the blocks. So it will be a bit difficult for Man United to get one over Brentford, because unless we come out with a lot of intensity.
Yeah. Sinan says the way the way Josh is analyzing about Chelsea, leave doubts if he's really a United fan. I also asked him a few minutes
No, I'm
ago.
a football fan, yo.
Ziad says I'm Ten Hag in till the end of the season. Don't want no interim just to sack him at the Ziad, what happened?
Yeah,
What
my
happened?
man.
What happened?
Welcome, Ziad. Welcome back.
Yo,
Welcome back.
he's been against that all throughout. He's been against that
Do
all
you
throughout.
have
How come?
do you have some background music for Ziad? Welcome back. Welcome back.
No,
Welcome back, man.
unfortunately, I do not have any
Ten Hag
background
in.
music.
Ten Hag in.
But yo, Josh, uh, you still believe you're winning over the weekend, right? Man United is beating.
Brentford.
Yeah.
It will be a very difficult game, yeah. But the fact that we at home, I think this is the time that we turn the corner and get we put Thomas Frank in his place.
Revenge of the pumpkin head.
Yeah, and they really score very early goals. And the team that we're going to put out there is a bit suspect. I like the fact that Eriksen and Casemiro are going to be in midfield this time, because these are players. Apart, Eriksen has had a very good outing with Denmark, but
Mm.
Casemiro is a
He's had
bit
an
more
incredible
fresh.
season too. Yeah.
After the international break, I always prefer the players um, who are more fresh, who have not um, been traveling here and there, because you need it. You need it. You can have an advantage over the other team, because most of the time the smaller clubs do not have so many players who go away for international duty. Not that Brentford falls in that line, because Brentford has a couple of players who are away, but most of their squad is a bit fresh. United does not have anyone at Carrington when there is an international break.
Well, the good news is Mazarawi is also back. Ten Hag confirmed today in his presser that he will be playing. Yeah. So that is a very
Yeah, I
good
did tell
thing.
you that
A very
Mazarawi
good
would be
thing.
playing,
I had my
because
doubts because I'd seen that he had walked out of the games, the international
yeah,
thing.
he
Then,
did, because of
and I
he
hate
just had
international breaks.
yeah, he had
I hate those
palpitations
games.
that were unnormal, and it was settled.
Liverpool 3-1. Chelsea's defense is so poor. That is Ziad. Ziad, you
I
missed Josh
agree with him.
explaining,
I
giving you
agree with
some of the
him.
depth, but I think their depth is so much from the midfield, right?
Yeah,
Because you were even spoiled for who would be playing as a left back. Then it
yeah.
says Cucurella too. Yeah, Cucurella is suspended. Then
Oh
according
my
to what I
God.
had from Josh, according to what I had from Josh, Chelsea will win
Sinan, you
3-1.
want to crucify me?
Sinan will come after he will say I'm not talking to Josh again. Ziad says, no, I'm Ten Hag. I just don't see the point of sacking him for interim. Rather keep him till the end of the season and sack him. Uh,
I agree
then
with you.
unless there are rumors that
It-
behind the curtains we are negotiating with Edin. I mean, with his team, with his entourage on interim. I don't know how true that is in case Ten Hag leaves. Because if Ten Hag loses the game against Brentford, I'm telling you, he's packing Josh. He's
You've been
packing
telling me that. You've been telling me that
because
ever since
and
the man,
he's been
ever since
drawing.
the man came to
He's
Man
been making
United.
draws
You've been telling me he's packing,
ever since the Spurs
but
game.
is
The last two games were
but it's
all
not.
draws.
He's not gonna park. The thing though is, I agree with Ziad. I would rather have the manager stay for the period, and then the manager leaves later on in the season if things are not well, because not only do you destabilize the players, you can get a bounce. You can get a bounce and win a couple of games, but I mean, it's papers over cracks. The problems are not going to go away that easily. So for me, I do think that. It is always difficult for a top team to start relying on those things of interim managers. So he should stay. He should stay and change his fortunes. If he fails to change his fortunes, Edin Tazic can come in, and I can tell you that the rumors
Frank
that you
says
you you
Thomas Frank is our top target, and I mean this
come
weekend. No,
on.
this
Oh
weekend is a
God.
good. Listen,
Oh God.
this weekend is a very good weekend for Thomas Frank. Yeah, for Thomas to prove himself that he's
No,
really
the
the
media
boss.
is selling papers. The media is selling papers. And let me
Charge
tell you,
WhatsApp, charge WhatsApp. The media
for
is
as long as
selling.
United.
Josh Isaac said
No, no,
you
no,
purposely
Taji. No,
disappeared
Taji.
yesterday.
I did not. I did not.
He said, "I
I'm
think
here. I'm
Thomas
here.
Frank is
Hey,
our top
Taji.
target."
What's up?
Then I don't think we will sack him even if we lose tomorrow. And
We are not
Taj,
sucking him. You see, yes, ETH in Taji.
no,
Stop
Taj is
trolling.
clowning.
But
Taj is clowning.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
ETH
trolling.
in,
Taj, you
ETH
just
in.
finished a good one on Liverpool.
Yeah, we
uh,
are trusting the process. We're trusting the process, though.
Josh, you're
Taji,
saying
your
it's the
score.
media. It's the media. I don't know why you have
Yeah,
everything.
no, no, no,
Everything
no,
centers
because
around the
it's
media
true.
with you.
Because
Everything
it's
centers
true.
around the media.
Ziad can tell you, as in from where they come from. I mean, Man United sells a lot of papers, and these things happen all the time. Do you know that Zinedine Zidane has had secret meetings with Man United top officials? That is
I don't
also
know how
in their
true. No,
papers.
I read that by
It
the way.
is not
Was it today
true.
or yesterday? I don't
It
know. It's
is
not
not
true.
true. It is
It's
not
not
true
true.
one bit.
I
You did.
doubt that.
It is not. Don't
Uh,
even just doubt. It is not true.
Ziad says we will sack him if we drop into the relegation zone. And also, the league is over just about. The cups now. Holland and Joshua Zaxi, who you starting? Holland for me. But I had Joshua Zaxi yesterday.
You see,
Holland only has one problem. He's
mm,
something in common with Lukaku Bongoli,
Romelu
Romelu,
Lukaku
Romelu Lukaku Bongoli. His
is
first
heavy,
touch.
fast touch.
He's heavy, yeah, yeah. The control,
But
especially if
for me,
it's other
Ziad,
than that, is very good in front of the goal.
yeah,
He's
but
very good
Ziad, for me, the fact that we are not scoring goals, I would want to see Rasmus Højlund on the pitch, because you think that if
Yeah,
he's
I
not
agree with
been
you by the way.
playing and
Although I
he's
gave
a
it
goal
to
scorer,
Zaxi
he
tomorrow.
will score a goal.
Yesterday, sorry.
But for the way that we play football, and for me to enjoy watching football, I would rather have Joshua Zaxi on the pitch, because Zaxi is going to allow the team to play, whereas Rasmus Højlund almost never does anything on the pitch until he gets the ball. So for me, I would prefer to start Joshua Zaxi and bring
Because
on
of
Rasmus Højlund. Just give
his
him enough
involvement.
minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, I would
That
rather
says
start Joshua Zaxi, because Joshua Zaxi is not a guy that can come off the bench. Because Joshua Zaxi's game is not uh, he's not an impact player in a very few minutes. He needs maybe to start the game, play the game for a while, get used to the game, so he can have a rhythm, and things can happen for him. Whereas Rasmus Højlund is he doesn't need much. He can just run onto the ball, run in behind, you know, shoot the ball on sight.
he can score but when he gets a
I agree
chance,
with you, as in he can score.
he's
So
there to execute it.
give him about 20 minutes or a half an hour if we've not scored in 60 minutes. That should
Josh,
be enough for Rasmus
you
Højlund.
talked about Brentford with their habits of scoring early. Sorry, you think there's an early goal coming tomorrow? I mean, with the backline
Yes,
issues that Man United
yes,
has been facing,
yes, yes. Not the back line, the way Man
the
United
midfield
is.
also, by the way,
Not the midfield,
we
the
are
way Man
poor.
United is. You see, the way we come out of the dressing room,
If they
we
score
don't
early,
start
we don't
games.
come back
Yeah,
and we win.
but even then we don't score games. Sorry, we don't exert ourselves on the game. What has been lacking in the Man United performances so far is desire and intensity. When you look around, Man United is not playing that poorly, but when you look around, it is the intensity and desire the other teams have that United does not have, that is propelling them.
The Cameroonian Mbuemo. He will be in
Yeah,
the building,
Mbemo.
Josh. He
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be in
yeah,
the
yeah,
building.
yeah, yeah.
He's a threat. He has already 6 goals this season in the Premier League. Someone to look out
Yeah, yeah,
for,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Ma-
red
I,
hot. He's red hot.
he's
Mbemo is red
burning.
hot. I mean, he's in the time of his life for both club and country. He just scored a goal on Tuesday for Cameroon.
Yeah, against Chelsea. Josh, let's go to Bournemouth versus Arsenal real quick. Your prediction? Who you giving to? Who you giving it to?
Arsenal,
But you gave it to Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal is
Yeah.
going to crush them. I don't know whether
No,
it's still.
it won't crush them. It won't crush
What are you
them.
trying to say?
Arsenal will win the
It's a
game, but
walkover. It's
no,
a
it won't
walkover
be a walkover.
unless
No,
Ateta
okay.
plays. Unless all these
No,
players. I've read somewhere that
for
majority of the players. I think it's all news. The same way you see Mazarawi, news has been circulating that he's going to miss the game. But today we had confirmation. Yesterday we had confirmation in Ten Hag's presser that he's going to be featuring. So I see, yes, Zichenko is out. Odegaard is out. Kai Havertz being out, I'm not really so sure. Ben White, I think he might feature. I'm not so sure. Jurian Timber, I think he might feature.
Ben White
Bukayo
won't. Ben
Saka,
White won't.
he won't. Bukayo Saka, yeah, he
Yeah,
won't. He needs
he's
to
been
rest. And
injured for a while.
Terry, Kieran, that one also won't
But
be featuring.
for me, I do think that Arsenal will win this game, but it will not be a very easy game for Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal beats up on Bournemouth every time it finds it. But the way Ateta has chosen to approach games this season, I think he will still be very pragmatic and prefer a professional performance than whitewashing Bournemouth. So I don't think they'll mop the floor with Bournemouth, but they will do just enough to get
I
a
really
2-1
think they are
win, a
going
2-0 win.
I think they are going to they are going to rather they are going to make Bournemouth mop the floor. For some reason, I really think it's going to go south. I see that happening. I see Sinan in the comment section saying, I think the Ten Hag will start Holland and Joshua Zirkzee. United is going to have a striking since the start of the season. I saw someone else was suggesting that he should try playing with both strikers on the pitch, by the way. I saw that
In a
somewhere.
4-4-2.
Maybe in a 4-4-2, it could be a 3-4-2.
That
It
yeah,
could be a
but that would help us.
4-2-1-3. It could be a 4-2-3. No, it could be a 4-1. Yeah, 4-3-2, 4-3-1-2. That also lots of formations. Yeah, Josh, Wolves and City. It's an easy one. Wolves and City. Of course,
Not that easy, given the
that's
fact
what I was
that
going to say.
the
We
last
said it was an easy one against Nottingham
no,
Forest. They had to come back with
no,
for an
not
equalizer.
that easy.
Rather to
If
equalize.
you remember the last time that I think the last time City was at Wolves, the referee had to aid City to win that one. I mean, there was a player who clearly handled the ball in the 18-yard box, but the penalty was never given for Wolves.
And
So
so
it will be, but Wolves have started so poorly. Gary O'Neill's Wolves this season has started so poorly. So I know that they do have good scorers in maybe Cunha, and they will get a goal or two here. But Man City will win this one. Erling
it's
Haaland, Erling Haaland, we can say has been off form because he has not scored in a game.
but
So
he's going to come back strong.
yeah,
He's
he's
going
coming
to
back. He's coming back.
he's coming back stronger. I'm
He has
sure
to
he's going to
remind
break
us of
another.
who he is, and he
I'm
has to
sure he's going
remind
to
us
break
of who he
another
is, and
record.
yeah, and continues to celebrate the record that he broke for Norway.
Yeah, just the last one, Spurs versus West Ham. That's a good fixture. It's a
Whoa,
good
that
one.
one is tricky.
But Postecoglou needs to pull up. Otherwise, he will face the sword. He needs to pull up, Josh. He needs
And
to
those
pull
are
up. He
guys you
really
think are better than Eric Ten Hag. That guy is a football
stop
manager,
putting me in
coach.
the corner. Stop.
Actually, football manager player. Do
The
you play
last time you
football
said that,
manager?
he thrashed you 3-0
But that's who
at
he
Old
is. You know,
Trafford.
sometimes
At Old Trafford, the
no,
last time you said Postecoglou was a football manager player. What did you call it? That mobile thing?
football.
That mobile football manager, right? The mobile game. He
Yeah,
thrashed you 3-0
yeah.
at Old Trafford. So be careful when you're saying
But
that,
guess
Josh.
what? Yeah,
What?
even a broken clock is correct
You're going to
twice
say that. I knew.
a day. So I mean, but he's a football manager player. I mean,
Once again,
he
guys, thank you
enjoyed
so
it and it
much.
works sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a draw by the way, 1-1, 1-1.
Yeah,
Spurs and
same,
West Ham,
bro.
and I'll give 3-1 for 3-1 to Man City. Arsenal 2-0. Yep.
Yeah, that is not whitewashing, you know.
Brentford. I mean, I say this with pain. I'm not going to say the other way around.
Oh God,
Man
oh
United
God, don't
winning. Come
say
on, why? Because I say
it.
Man United winning 3-1. I say
Eh,
it with pain because I'm more than doubtful that that is going to happen. Very, very doubtful that Man United is going to pull off. By the way, if United win tomorrow, it's going to be an upset. Usually, if those two teams are playing, it's going to be United. Will it be an upset? Will Brentford rather cause an upset? In this case, it's the other way around. Will
you know
the
the funny,
team seated in the 14th position cause an upset? Brentford is seated currently in the 11th position.
the funny thing though is even when you say that United will win the game, then you give United 3 goals. As in, United cannot buy a goal, but you've
I said
just
that as
given
a
it three
United
goals.
fan, I want us to win. I'm tired. Why should we be in the 14th, seated in the 14th position? Josh, I don't want the rant right now. I don't want to rant right now.
No,
The
no,
last
no,
time
no,
I
no.
had that
It's a
rant
Liverpool
was
night.
in preseason. It was a preseason game where still Liverpool beat United. So
It's
anyway,
a
once again,
Liverpool
guys,
Chelsea
thank you
night.
so much for tuning in. Yeah, that was the whole preview. Liverpool versus Chelsea tomorrow. Anslot hosting Enzo Maresca at Anfield. We talked about everything, then later went into the other games happening tomorrow. I mean, EPL games. I see a comment here real quick. It's going to be 2-2. Yeah, it's going to be 2-1 for United. Sinan,
Anything,
let's
anything for a win. At least we shall have some
let's keep the
goals.
faith. Let's keep the faith. Thank you so much once again, Sports Jazz, Taji, Sinan, Ziad. We had Anne early in the comment section. Everyone that has been part of us since the stream really started. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure.
So
See you very soon. Cheers. And yeah, we shall be
tomorrow,
coming for the watch
tomorrow the
along.
watch along.
The watch along. We shall be coming for the watch along. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Signing out, Sports Jazz.
Even
Subscribe, turn on the
United
notification.
Brentford. Tomorrow is United
Yeah,
Brentford.
yeah, it's today, Josh. It's already midnight, but yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah,
yeah, today
it
United
doesn't
Brentford.
give me
No, the
the
watch
energy.
along.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't give me the energy. That's why I'm even not talking about it.
Are you crazy?
Signing
Are
out,
you
everyone.
crazy? It's
Josh
United
and
playing.
Isaac.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't need you. I'll have Ziad and Sinan.
Shout out to everyone that have been streaming. We are
And
out.
Taji,
Please
Taji,
subscribe,
just
turn on
don't
the
troll,
notifications.
but show up for